Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to UCW Ascension, the tournament where we will crown the first ever world champion. Please welcome my guests at this time, Hypnosis.
How's it going, everybody?
So we're going to see a lot of talent here tonight, and out of the talent we have seen, Hip, are you pulling for anyone?
I've been impressed with Lil Tokyo. I think everybody's been impressed with Lil Tokyo, and Dan Morris, he's the most popular, I think, so far in UCW. Everybody trying to get their name noticed right now with this new movement in professional wrestling, UCW.
Indeed. UCW just brings this hard-hitting style that other promotions don't offer. And we're very pleased to let you know that this tournament will be a 16-man tournament.
It's going to be great.
Confirmed entrants are Dan Morris, Little Tokyo, Daniel Patrick, Cesar Cruz, and Bronx Yonkers.
After what we saw with Bronx on that last episode, he could be the difference maker in this one too. He's all about that hard-hitting style that you're talking about.
Which is true, but there's a whole nother 3/4 of the locker room that we're still gonna meet tonight.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see some very serious players there. But before we get to you with the UCW action, let's take a moment to acknowledge the other Empire shows. Hip, got any news about OWF?
Well, OWF Immortal will be coming up very soon. Legend, the biggest show in OWF, will be coming in June. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be a special night, incredible night. It's always special. You can even look back at the classics OWF Legend and check out what happened at last year's Legend, the years before, all that great stuff at empireonline.net.
Now, while looking at the lineups for tonight's match, I realized there are some robust characters, especially considering we're coming up for our first tail of the tape here any second now. And here we go. On the left, we have Willie Scott making his UCW debut at 6'6", 269 pounds. He's taking on Bronx Yonkers, weighing in at 231 pounds and standing in at only 6'1". I'd say Yonkers is at a considerable disadvantage here, height and weight-wise.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. Let's see what Yonkers can do against Willie here tonight.
Willie Scott is unorthodox. Not much of a history to him. He's known for wrestling gators. Not classically trained, kind of an oddity here in UCW.
Yeah, Yonkers, he has that it seems like he has a background in boxing, but basically when it comes down to it, these guys are just going to go out there and fight. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen. You got a guy that's known for wrestling gators. I mean, that's no easy task right there. It takes talent. So he's got something under his belt.
And it's time to get started. Who are you predicting for this match, Hypnosis?
I think I gotta go with Willie Scott. I mean, Bronx, he has that I don't know. Bronx, he has that. I mean, he could come out of nowhere, hit him with a knockout, but I'm gonna be on Willie Scott. I think he's gonna pull out because this is his first match. He doesn't want to take a loss in his first match. But also at the same time, of course, Bronx, he might be trying to go undefeated for a little while. Who knows? I think I gotta go with Willie Scott, though. He has the size advantage and the weight advantage. He's wrestling gators, man. He might be able to take Bronx down and wrestle him down some way or another.
Bronx defeating Cesar Cruz last episode after just a brutal combination of strikes. Truly just dangerous with his stand-up game. I think the best way to take him out would be probably power submissions or power moves. What do you think? You being more of a aerial specialist yourself.
I don't know. It's hard to say, you know. There's so many different styles here that really anything can happen. So, I don't even know. It's going to be interesting to see what they can... I think basically, they got to come up with a game plan when they're in the ring. There's no preparing for anything here tonight. We don't even know who else is on the card just yet. There's going to be a lot of debuts here tonight and a lot of faces we've seen in the last episode.
Something to consider, though. Yonkers does have the hometown advantage. Tonight's show is based out of Albany, New York, where Bronx Yonkers originates. Which brings in the question of environment. Do you think a city crowd like this will affect Willie Scott?
It could affect him in a negative way. It could affect him in a positive way. It could go either way, really. But I think maybe, hopefully, no. I honestly think if the city crowd gets to him, that would be dangerous for Bronx. That would be even more dangerous for Bronx. It might make him aggressive. Might make him a little uncontrollable. That might be what he needs to beat Bronx, though. Who knows?
Definitely an interesting matchup. As I said earlier, Willie Scott a bit out of place with the other individuals in UCW. Usually more reserved wrestlers that tend to take themselves a little more professionally. Willie is of a different breed, though. And we're getting ready now to get into our opening bell.
Bronx.
Yonkers is ready.
And Willie. There's the bell. Here we go.
The height difference is obvious right off the bat.
Oh.
Yonkers dragging him into just a perfectly placed knee.
I like how he went back and forth with that one real quick.
What is Bronx Yonkers' strategy to win this match?
I believe just using just strikes right now. He's doing a good job at that. So he might be looking to just basically go for a knockout here. Knock his opponent out and get an easy 3. Right now, he's just making him dizzy with those elbows, though. Goes for the cover, but kick out just like that from Willie.
Something, again, you have to remember about Willie Scott is the man is from the rough South. He's used to hard work and just destroying his body.
Yeah.
He's a tough man.
Yeah, and he's using these headbutts right now to his advantage. You can see Bronx was using all these strikes and everything. I thought he was doing damage to Willie, but Willie, as soon as he hit one punch, that back Bronx back up. And right now,
But
Brock's, oh my God,
oh
he
my,
suplexed him right to the turnbuckle.
that is, the whiplash alone could snap a human's neck. And oh my goodness.
I'm not even sure how he was able to swing him around like that big guy like Willie Scott, but Bronx Yonkers was able to do it.
This is an aspect of him we really didn't get to see against Cruz. He's able to wrestle more in this because Willie's not so much of a technical opponent.
Yep. Maybe use that strike game. Maybe it is a disadvantage for Bronx since that's what Willie Scott is probably used to. But then again, wrestling Gators might come into play. He hasn't been able to use it just yet, though. He's been using strikes, though. Just going out there, just straightforward punches, strikes, kicks, knees right there. And a backbreaker from Bronx
You might
Yonkers.
be right. Yonkers is transitioning his offense into more traditional wrestling. And Willie with an eye rake. Oh, there's that strength.
Willie just got that power on his side.
It looks like Yonkers going back to his strategy. Oh, and again!
Another Tiger suplex by Bronx Yonkers. Takes him down to the mat. He's going to go for the pin right here, maybe.
Those suplexes have to take a lot out of Yonkers, though. That's a big man to be lifting like that.
Ooh, he kicked him right in the back of the neck. The thing that's interesting here I see is Willie Scott. He's taking damage, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. I mean, it's more like he's calm and collected right now.
Yonkers is setting him. Oh, just a vicious boot.
And that's what I'm talking about, calm and collected. Just look at this. He takes a few punches and strikes and stuff. Then he comes out with a powerful move like that.
Well placed strikes. Every strike Willie Scott's landed in this has been exactly where he wants it to go. And Yonkers again transitioning into wrestling.
Yonkers, he's been doing more damage here, but I wouldn't say more damage. He's been doing more moves overall, but when you match that up with the strength of Willie Scott, it's like it just evens things out. Bronx trying to go for a quick cover here. 1, 2. Got the shoulder up, though. Willie Scott not going to let it end like that.
Tough son of a gun. Oh, and just punishing Willie.
God, just brutal elbows right there to the side of the head. And a kick to the back again, too.
You're in Bronx Yonkers' shoes right now. What do you have to do to end this match?
I don't even know. He's doing a great job so far right now, but the question is, how much damage is he doing? Because it's not really showing up on Willie Scott. You can't really tell how much damage he's taking once he comes out with a big move like that boot we saw earlier. He may not be taking too much damage, but the good thing is Bronx is very confident. He's just got to stay confident. That's what I would do in there.
Not even a 2 count.
Oh, he got kicked in the shoulder that time, or maybe the head. I can't even tell.
I definitely think that was a headshot. The way his head just ricocheted, it was. That might be a focal point in this match.
Brutal
that kick
strikes.
right there, because Willie looks dazed.
Stomping on his arms, and he's just working on every limb right now, man. The body, the head, the arms, anything he can. Anything to find a weak spot. And right now I think maybe Willie Scott might be a little bit dizzy after that kick to the head.
Yonkers is setting up something big here.
Another suplex, but this time back suplex from the top rope. My God, and that's a lot of weight coming down to the mat. Willie Scott hitting the mat with a huge impact, and this might be the end of the match right here.
Though.
That's gotta be it. Oh no, it's not. He got the shoulder up. Willie Scott getting the shoulder up.
I think the knockout is the best way for him to go about this match at this point.
Yeah, and then at the same time, though, you gotta be wondering about Willie. Look at this. Willie Scott with a chop across the chest. Right now, I think what Willie Scott is trying to do is maybe just wait till Bronx gets tired, because you see that Bronx Yonkers, he's getting a little bit tired doing all these attacks. The thing they
Yonkers is setting him up for something right here, though.
Oh, super kick! See, that's the thing you gotta look out for, because he may take so much damage it might end the match.
That's gotta be it. I myself, having used the super kick as a finisher, know when one has some serious power behind it. And let me tell you, Bronx Yonkers, it ain't no Young Bucks super kick. It is legit.
Most definitely. He actually knows how to connect with it, hit it right. Not just as a warm-up move or something like that.
But right there again, the strength of Willie Scott.
Just like that, he turns things around. Oh, wait a minute. Bronx Yonkers, though, with those elbows.
He was able to reverse it.
Ooh, that was a nice left hook. Oh, he went for a super kick, but Willie Scott just grabs him by the neck and wrenches him around like a rag doll.
Great timing by Willie Scott.
It's like Yonkers just pissed him off instead of doing any damage.
Headbutt.
Oh, he went for that left hand hook again. He gets slammed down to the mat.
And now momentum has shifted into Willie Scott's corner.
Willie Scott taking advantage now, changing the momentum. And now Yonkers, he's in trouble right now.
Oh my!
Oh my God! That's gotta be the end of the match right there. Hooks the leg. One, two. No!
Bronx Yonkers.
Are you kidding me right now?
These men are gonna have to kill each other. And Willie Scott picks him up.
Just picks him up and slams him down like a rag doll again. Oh my God, he got the shoulder up. I thought that was the end of the match right there. I thought that was it.
You have to realize Yonkers has a lot more to lose than Scott. He'll lose his perfect record of 1-0.
Scott now, he's just tossing him around the ring. See, this is what he was waiting for Bronx Yonkers to get tired and then just throw him around the ring. Oh my God, he landed on his head. Landed right on his head. His knee caught him right in the shoulder. Bronx Yonkers is taking a lot of damage right now.
Too much damage.
God! Super kick. Hooks the leg. One,
two.
He got him that time! He actually got him!
The super kick is nothing to mess with. I kid you not.
Oh my God, what a match. You can't take anything away from Willie Scott, though. That was an impressive debut, but he may have taken too much damage. And probably, he should have just came straight out of the gate with all those powerful moves, in my opinion. That's where he made a mistake, and Yonkers took advantage of that. Yonkers, he may have been out of energy, but he wasn't out of heart, man. That's
and
what
right
changed
there
it.
is an example of why Yonkers won this match. He targeted every point in Scott's body to try to wear him down through the whole match.
Willie Scott then just was too tired, too much damage. That super kick, that second super kick ends the match right there. Man.
Just a well-deserved win by Bronx Yonkers as he moves on to the next round of the tournament. And I think he might be a favorite to win this thing.
After a match like that, defeating a guy like Willie Scott, who's already impressed me personally, Bronx Yonkers has to be a favorite. But we got to see what else happens, because we off to a great start here on UCW, but much more to come now. Let's see what else everybody else can do.
Bronx Yonkers is now taking the lead with the best record in UCW, 2-0. Let's see who else joins the 2-0 club tonight.
And there can only be one winner at the end of the tournament, and that winner is going to be the man that's undefeated. I mean, unless one of the losers of the last show actually ends up winning. But, you know, of course, the wins are the favorites, of course. Obviously.
Now, the question is, how will Bronx Yonkers fare against people that are much more experienced in ring-wise? You saw how much trouble he had back in the first episode with Caesar.
Yep.
But now we need to get ready for our next tale of the tape, as two different genres of wrestlers clash tonight. On the left, we have Magnus King, a flashy, rather new competitor in professional wrestling in general. And, of course, from the first episode, George Murdoch, the old school technical grappler. King stands 2 inches taller than Murdoch, but Murdoch has a 20-pound weight advantage. Murdoch's the more seasoned veteran, but King's got the youth of a young wrestler. Looking at these statistics and the one-loss record of George Murdoch, who would you give this match to right now, Hypnosis?
I'd honestly, I'd give it to. I think I would give it to George Murdoch because he has more to lose, which might make him even hungrier. Where Magnus King, he might have that cockiness because he has a chance to beat a man that's never won a match yet. Well, it's just one loss still, but I'd still give it to George Murdoch. He doesn't want to go in here and be the only guy that's losing every match he has in UCW this early in the game.
Well, and here we go. It's time to get started with their second match of the night. And there he is, the man himself, George Braddock. His bout on the first episode. Your thoughts? He came close to a victory, but he could not match up to Dan Morris. Do you think it was just the seasoned veteran that is Dan Morris that overcame George Braddock? Or do you think Braddock just choked?
I think it could be both, maybe, but you know, I think he underestimated Dan Morris. I mean, he was in control of that match, I remember. And Dan Morris, he ended up picking up the victory.
And now we await the debut of Magnus King. And already you can see the flash of Mr. King. Very, what's the word? He's a showman. From my perspective, this is setting yourself up for failure. What do you think? Hypnosis.
Sorry, I was distracted by that amazing entrance from Magnus King here tonight on UCW. That was amazing.
I'm never one for flash. It can cost you a lot of matches if you let it get to your head.
Hopefully Magnus King will be able to back it up. He's going to have to prove it in the ring right now. He's got a great entrance, got a great look. All that's great, but this is UCW. Completely different. It's all about what you can do in the ring. So let's see what
George Braddock is one hell of a first opponent. Starting off with some chain wrestling. Braddock taking control right away.
Throws him off the ropes. Oh! Shoulder block by George Braddock.
Just flipping him over. And King able to twist his arm around and just whiplash it.
I like how he went for that arm. He saw how powerful that arm was when that shoulder block hit him. So he's going to go after that, make sure he doesn't feel that much strength again.
Despite King's toned appearance, he's got some strength. That was quite the lift he made a few minutes ago.
Ooh.
But Braddock's strength is nothing to mess with. Oh, and again, a flashy counter by Magnus King.
Now Magnus right across the face right now with that camel clutch with his knee over the back. Just wrenching now.
The question is, Magnus King, if he continues at this rate with these power moves, can he keep up with someone who's just as naturally strong as George Braddock?
I don't know. It's hard to tell right now, but I mean, Magnus King is looking good so far against George right now with these nice flashy moves. But they're working.
He's been in solid control of this match, and for Braddock, this is not looking good. Oh, but Braddock counters with a left jab.
Uh-oh. Gonna try to take apart that leg now.
And right here is where Braddock can take control. Old-fashioned mat wrestling. King would not... Oh, Braddock instead deciding to punish King.
Braddock just straightforward, nice move there. Just tosses him. Oh, but the eyes, the right to the eyes by Magnus King, though.
And I think that's just motivating Braddock to win this match.
Oh, gets kicked away for a second time in this match, though. And Magnus King, just like that, shifts the momentum. But how long will he be able to keep it on his side?
Magnus King should have been disqualified from this match, actually.
Head right to the eyes. I don't know if the referee noticed it.
That is illegal. Even in UCW, where we take a stronger style of wrestling, we never allow for the attack of the eyes. We don't believe in it.
Hey, referee should have opened his eyes, I'm just saying. But right now, Magnus King has the advantage. 1, 2. Oh, went for an elbow, but he was way off there.
And Braddock just trapping him in.
Oh! Never mind.
A nice reversal by King. Again, this flashy style is working great against the classical style of Braddock. And now it looks like King's going to try to end this match.
He's got something big planned, going all the way up to the top rope.
Superplex.
Superplex!
Oh, goodness.
1, 2. No!
Close call. That superplex is... That's a hell of a move.
Oh, look at that. Look at that nice move there by George. Up, King just tosses him off. George Braddock might be in... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say he might be in trouble. Another arm drag there to take him down.
These two men are just going back and forth. I can't... Honestly, I can't say the match is favoring either right now.
Right now, it's just a fair one-on-one contest right now between these two. Even things out right now. It's just wrenching at the neck of King right now at this point.
I'm telling you, if Magnus King wants to win this match, I think he needs to take an aerial offense.
Yeah, George is going to slow things down right there just like he did right there and keep things in his favor. I mean, a lot of people in the crowd may not like it, but that's what can get you wins. Don't be focused on trying to impress the crowd. Be focused on trying to win the match. 1, 2. Magnus King not going to let in there.
That Spinebuster, it's not the first time we've seen it, but nice. Just a nice takedown by Braddock, who just goes right back to work. Dropping him straight into the figure 4. A picture-perfect figure 4. Releases him rather quickly, though.
Looks like he just wants to affect the legs right now. Make it hard for him to stand at this point. This might be
Oh, my goodness. No.
Oh, my...
Pile driver!
Pile drive his damn head right into the mat. And that's got to be it for Magnus King. He's not even moving. 1, 2. No, he got the shoulder up, though.
Magnus King is a fighting... He has the fighting spirit. And he tosses... This might be his last-ditch effort right here.
Tosses him around the outside of the ring.
I think King's ego is getting to him. He's trying to go...
On the outside? Come on! God!
I think these men have become desperate.
Picks him up again! Oh, my God! Magnus King using the outside to his advantage. That's going to do a lot of damage. And those mats on the outside, it's meant to protect them. They're not meant to fall on those mats and take suplexes like that.
Braddock with the reversal, though, into the arm drag. And King able to save himself from that. But Braddock now targeting the neck again. Trying to snap the neck of Magnus King.
1, 2, shoulder up at 2. Magnus King still a little bit tired. George seems to have been shaking off what happened on the outside pretty well right now. But then again, he could be hurt more than he's showing. He's got that advantage. Oh, the suplex.
Right here is the perfect example of why George Braddock's style of wrestling works. King's style is flashy and effective, but it does not last.
Yeah, George, he's able to, look at this, he slows things around again with that neck crank. It's not pretty, it's just straightforward. George,
but it's working. King is just out of, King showing life here, though.
King trying to fight back. You can see
he is just, again, overpowered by Braddock.
Oh, nice suplex. Goes for the cover.
I think this match is firmly in George Braddock's corner at this point. I think it's just a matter of time before King is hit with the last, whatever it takes to end him.
I think George right now is in a lot of pain. He's just not showing it, which is the difference maker here. It's intimidating to King. I mean, Magnus King, he's showing...
This right here is where King can win this match.
He's showing pain right now, which might affect him. Right now, getting out of the ring, trying to buy some time right now. Don't know if that's a good idea right when he got the advantage, though. Belly-to-belly slam.
Again, going toe-to-toe with Braddock, he will not win. He is too tired at this point in the match.
Oh, DDT, though!
That could be the miracle move. Magnus King is showing life, going straight for the pin. 1, 2.
Oh.
Took too long.
George got that shoulder up just in time. That DT definitely affect him.
Absolutely incredible athleticism by Magnus King. But
just
Braddock again using the strength to his advantage, and Braddock signaling to end it.
He sees Magnus King is trying to come back here and tosses him again. I love this style of George Braddock because it works.
And Braddock, the atomic drop. And will he end it with that move?
He does it. No, he got the shoulder up. I thought that was a 3. What?
That was most definitely a 3 to me too.
It had to be a 3 there, but the referee says no, it was only a 2.
Braddock now just mauling Magnus King.
George King with that European uppercut.
The question is, can King turn this match around at this point? I think he just answered my question for me.
Looks like he may have turned things around right there. He got him in a dragon sleeper now, wrenching back on the neck.
Too close to the ropes though, and that is the fatigue having its effect right there.
Going with these nice agile moves right now.
Much more simple though. Notice.
Yeah.
He's taking his opponent a little more seriously. And again, like you said, the ego. Question is, what he needs is a big move. He doesn't have the power right now to break him down enough to finish him like this. Right now, at least in my opinion.
Magnus King now trying to slow things down as well.
Oh, Braddock showing life. Punches him in the stomach. King is just off in it. And he gets a spine buster.
He ran right into that one. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, that's it.
George Braddock was dominant in that match.
Man, and like I said, Magnus King, he got too cocky. He expected to go up against somebody who has never won a match in UCW, but this early in the game, Braddock was not going to take another loss just yet.
I think this also speaks to the level Braddock's at. He was able to compete with Dan Morris. So for all we know, Braddock could be still quite the competitor here in UCW. But when it came to this match as a whole, I don't think there was many turning points necessarily. I think King just tired himself out.
Yeah, every time King tried to get momentum on his side, he just wasn't able to really take advantage. And because of that, George Braddock was able to beat him here in this match.
Should have been the end of the match. 1, 2.
That was clear.
That was a 3.
That was clearly a 3 there. I don't know what's going on with the referee tonight. Maybe he felt that it wasn't. I don't know. That was clearly a 3 though.
King just too fatigued, and Braddock could end it in a minute.
I think what happened was he didn't expect it to be the end of the match right there. That time, it was definitely the end of it. Spine buster.
And George Braddock telling the referee to get out of the ring.
He's not happy about that call either. Hopefully,
an impressive comeback by George Braddock. He moves on to the second round, and I think he's proved that he's not just a B-rate star.
He's a serious threat here in this tournament.
Thoughts on Magnus King?
I think it was great, flashy and everything, but he needs to refocus now. He needs to focus on his in-ring work right now and make sure he's able to beat his opponent rather than being... He was very confident, I'll give him that, but maybe too much confidence was the problem.
King had a good foundation, but a lot of his moves weren't the type of moves that would finish an opponent like Braddock. He needs something with a little more firepower.
Yeah. And George, he was just slowing things down, keeping the ball in his court. Unfortunately, Magnus King was never able to really get that ball back in his court. Every time he got the ball, he got it taken back away from him. And that's probably because he was just being a little too flashy, a little bit too confident here in this match. His next match, though, he'll be a little bit more humble.
I'm checking my Twitter feed right now, and our good friend, Steven Garland of OWF fame, has decided to take to Twitter saying how that was a racially charged win, and that Magnus King was booked to lose because he was black. UCW would like to release an immediate statement saying Mr. King's race had nothing to do with it, and we would like for Mr. Garland to stop trying to start problems with us. Hypnosis, what are your thoughts on Mr. Garland's recent ridiculous actions?
If anything, I think the referee was on Magnus King's side after we saw that clear 3 count that should have ended the match earlier. And then, so I don't know what Garland's talking about, man. A loss is a loss. And Magnus King, I mean, if you want to get technical, he actually lost twice tonight. But the
now it's time for our next tale of the tape. Craig, the Cannonball Yin, 35 years old, 6 feet 2 inches and 320 pounds, takes on Duke, 6'3", 284 pounds. Both new to UCW. Both super heavyweights and both absolute monsters. Duke has the youth to his side, but the Cannonball has quite the size advantage. You've wrestled more big men than I have, Hypnosis. What do you think?
Big man versus big man here tonight. It's hard to tell who can walk out with the victory. I mean, Krieg, his name is Krieg, right?
Duke.
No, I mean the other guy, Cannonball.
Craig.
Craig, there we go. All right, Craig, like I was saying, Duke has the height advantage, but Craig, he's got the weight advantage. It's hard to tell who can win this victory. I mean, it's hard to tell. These guys pretty much even right now at this point. We'll have to get to the ring and see what happens between these two before I can really...
The crowd be just loving the Cannonball tonight. Craig Cannonball Yin having a unique physique, you could say. Familiar with his work at all, Hypnosis?
Not very familiar with it, but I have heard a lot of good things about Cannonball. He definitely seems to be one of the fan favorites here tonight. They're definitely hyped for Cannonball here tonight.
The question is, can he stand up to Duke? Who I really know nothing about Duke. You have any information on him? And here he comes.
He looks like a monstrous, intimidating beast. That's exactly what he needs here. That's the first step anyways. He's gonna need a lot more than that, but if you can intimidate your opponent and scare him, that's at least a good thing.
I look at Duke and I see focus right now.
Yeah.
This man is quite he looks like a comic book character, for God's sake.
He would definitely be the final boss in a comic book story.
The question is, though, can Duke stand up to the Cannonball? The Cannonball is a more experienced wrestler, having worked all around the world, particularly well known for his run in Rising Sun Ferosa. Duke, in the meanwhile, I believe this is his first major wrestling event. The Cannonball is known for his extreme agility for a man of his size, but at the same time is known for being able to perform quite impressive feats of strength.
Oh, look at this. Duke just pushing him off of him right now, but Cannonball comes in anyways and just starts kicking the hell out of him.
And that's a Japanese style he's adapted to. You can see his boots are taped up now, and he has a considerable Japanese look to him. He's been able to combine his own unique form of American lucha libre and strong style, and it makes him one of the more entertaining. And Duke's strength just unreal.
Just tossed him right across the ring.
That's a over 300-pound man right there.
He tossed him like he was nothing but a light heavyweight. Again tossing him across the ring. See, now this is trouble for Cannonball, because now Duke is just tossing him around the ring.
Cannonball kicks out at 1. Cannonball is also 35 years old. He is the older man, and this Duke's strength just...
Looks like the filling out process is over, and right now, Duke, he has Cannonball right where he needs him. Now that he knows what he's made of, he's just going to toss him around the ring now. Locking in that dragon sleeper.
Something to notice about Duke, though, his legs are awfully well guarded. Perhaps a weak point?
Oh, DDT, though, by Cannonball takes him down. God, but Duke, he has so much impact whenever he gets back on offense.
But the Cannonball responds with a power slam. Honestly, I think now this match has become a test of strength.
Cannonball with a back suplex.
These are two big men trying to prove who's the bigger dog in UCW.
God.
And right now, I'd say Cannonball is in the lead in this match.
I had to disagree with that. With those high impact moves that Duke was doing right now, that was just brutal.
Duke's strength is impressive, but he's his moves aren't very impressive. I don't know. The more I watch him, the more I think he may just be a mass of muscle.
And that's what could be what makes the difference here in this match, though. So Cannonball, he would definitely have to watch out for that. He's definitely got the more technical wrestling ability, though, and that could slip up Duke. Duke could slip up, and that could cost him the match.
Cannonball's also a considerable striker, and another DDT. I think the experience of the Cannonball is going to get him this match. And Duke, despite his impressive strength, I just don't think he has what it takes to beat a wrestler of this caliber.
Oh, but that's the difference maker there, and Duke, he proves that he might be the one that wins this match. With all that strength and power, Cannonball needs to do something right now to change things around. Now Duke, though, using his strength with just an old-fashioned chin lock right now.
This is where the Cannonball can get into some serious trouble. Duke's strength is just... Well, you could see he tossed a 300-pound man like it was nothing. The Cannonball's breaking out right now, though, and again, like I said, that's superior striking.
That was a nice boot by Cannonball. I can't believe they actually kicked out either. He's going to have to do a lot more than that. A Cannonball,
just dropped
for the knees right there, but Duke, he saw him coming. And now look at this, his strength again, showing off his power.
Duke squatting the Cannonball and dropping him in the hardest part of the ring.
This is just a workout for Duke right now. 1, 2. Cannon needs to watch out, because if he slips up like that, Duke could definitely take this match. So he needs to really make sure that everything is... Uh-oh, wait a minute, Duke.
Duke's heading to the outside.
Doesn't look like Duke's he just wants to hurt Cannonball, it seems like, at this point.
It seems so.
Oh! Tosses him to the other desk. Tosses him into the apron. He's just tossing them all around the arena. Oh, now what? Oh, no.
Duke is just... I think he's taking this too far.
Come on, Duke. Come on, man. You got me. God!
Duke just... I think the Cannonball is dead.
And he's breaking the count right now. He doesn't want to win by a count out. He wants to win this match probably by pinfall or submission. Oh, my God, I thought he was going to toss him back in the ring, and now he's just tossing him on the outside.
The Cannonball is turning this back in his favor.
This is crazy right now. Cannonball getting back in the ring now.
This match has just been... It's just been going both ways. There's no other way to put it. And now both competitors are back in... But Duke caught him! The Cannonball... See, that is a veteran move right there. He countered the counter. Now the Cannonball is aiming to end it. Just plowing through Duke. That's it right there. The veteran has proven that nothing can be He kicked out. Duke now reversing with a jawbreaker and throwing the Cannonball down. Could this be the comeback?
And now Cannonball is taking much more damage. Now the German suplex by Duke. 1, 2. Kick out. Oh my God, but Cannonball is able to hit him with that big boot. Duke got the shoulder up though. Cannonball.
Duke is just an opponent that will not stay down, and the Cannonball is visibly upset.
They hit him with 2 boots. He still wasn't able to put him away with them. Ooh, and then Duke just with his strength, spine buster. Just slams
dropping
him down.
flat into the mat. Duke, what does he have to do to put him down?
And now Duke, might be going for a power bomb here. It's exactly what he's doing. Oh, anyway, he's not done.
How is he lifting him?
My God! Three times. Duke with 3 power bombs on Cannonball. He's near 400 pounds. But it's not gonna be enough to end it.
If that couldn't finish Cannonball, what else could? And now Duke is pump handle power slam.
That was so much power, he almost couldn't even stand up from it. 1, 2, he got him. That was a lot of power right there in that power slam.
I have to admit, I was wrong. The strength of Duke in the end is what allowed him to succeed in this match.
Cannonball just took too much damage within this match. Duke turned things around. Well, he didn't turn things around. The ball was in his court the whole time. But Cannonball, he just was unable to really change things back around. That power was just the difference maker in this match.
The Cannonball had control of this match. What caused it to turn for him, I can't tell you. I don't know. There was just problems with my stream, and I had to catch up. Like, what's your screen right now? Did my mouse just click play? Okay, so we're queued up. Right here, the incredible strength of Duke. And I don't know. I think if these two had a rematch, the Cannonball could beat him.
Possibly. Here tonight. Seems like Duke was the better man. Maybe in another fight, another time, Cannonball would be the winner in that match. But so far, Duke is off to a great start. And look at that. Such a powerful power slam. He almost knocked himself out with it. It looked like he was going to wait for him to get up or something, but he realized he was out of it. He had to go for the cover and pick up the victory right there.
Duke telling the referee to leave as well.
Nobody happy with the referee here in UCW. Look at that, man. It's strange because this guy, he's tired right now. It looks like he's tired, but he's tired because of himself.
Duke exceeded expectations tonight.
Duke is going to have to watch out the next match, though. He doesn't want to be too tired. Hopefully he'll get a lot of rest right now before his next fight here in UCW right now.
Well, another thing to consider is the UCW style and the toll it takes on these men. You know, this is not OWF. This is not NHF. This is not AWM. UCW is where the hardest hitters in the world come to play. And now for our next tale of the tape. On the left, we have Krieg, NVW alumni, sitting in at 6'3" and 268 pounds. And on the right, his opponent, Stonewall Bronson, standing at 7 feet tall and 325 pounds. This is Clash of the Titans right here. I don't know what to say. Have you ever seen such two behemoths fight, Hypnosis?
Thought we saw two behemoths just moments ago, but now it just gets even bigger, it looks like. This is going to be really interesting to see, man. Another big battle between heavyweights right now.
Krieg, while his UCW record is 0-0, is actually very experienced, having been undefeated in NVW. But Stonewall Bronson is larger than life. Again, with this one, I can't call it either way. What about you, Hypnosis?
Yeah, man, Krieg, he has the advantage in just experience and being a monster, being brutal and stuff. But we don't know much about Stonewall Bronson except the guy is 7 feet tall. I mean, come on, man. This guy.
And right now, here he comes. Just a
definitely gonna be living
giant.
Up to his name.
Doesn't even begin to describe it. Something to note, though. Notice the leg braces. Could be a possible target for Krieg. Stonewall Bronson, originating from Texas, is one of the older members of the UCW locker room at 38 years old. However, he still can compete at this high level due to his natural abilities. How would you say he sizes up compared to giants like Benny Marco?
Benny Marco, he's been a monster as well, but he's mostly been a monster in the tag team division. He's mostly had a partner by his side in his career in OWF. Stonewall Bronson right now, look at this, he's just got cockiness written all over him right now, and he should, because the guy is just a very intimidating giant. But Krieg, you gotta be thinking about him. He's definitely gonna want to knock this big wall down here tonight.
Again, Krieg coming out looking all business. Krieg was undefeated in MVW, and in a way, he might have more to lose than Stonewall here tonight. It's really up to him and Dan Morris to protect the legacy of MVW. From what you've seen of Krieg, do you think he has what it takes to beat Bronson?
I think he definitely has what it takes. But then again, I don't know much about Stonewall Bronson. That may be the advantage, just knowing that nobody knows much about him. I mean, there's a lot of tapes that Stonewall could have been studying, looking at Krieg's undefeated streak, looking at what he's been able to do in MVW. And that could even work as a disadvantage to Krieg. But I think Krieg, he might be able to take this giant down, especially with Stonewall. He may have the experience, but at the same time, that may be a downfall for Stonewall Bronson. He's also got those knee braces, like you pointed out earlier when he was coming out. If he focuses on those legs, that might be all over for Stonewall. That might be his only weakness, if any.
Krieg right now, just explosive offense. And I will say this, Krieg looks better than he ever has before. Compared to MVW, he's gained considerable muscle and he's changed his look quite a bit.
Definitely improved for UCW. Oh, brutal clothesline. Just being able to take down a man of his size is impressive.
Right now, Stonewall just picking him up by the leg, dropping him down on the knee. Just, again, using his free, but Krieg just comes right back at him with another punch. And despite the size difference, these men are going shot for shot. A much more physically intense match.
Thought he was going to have him trapped in the corner here. But Krieg using his power and his physical aggression to his advantage.
Krieg right now, again with a boot to Bronson.
God.
Stomping him on the neck real quick. He's just, Krieg is in a different league right now. Compared to when he was in NVW. And Krieg just, oh my goodness, just lifting him, like deadlifting him. Bronson able to take him back and throw him over his hip toe.
Oh.
If you're facing a giant of this magnitude, Hypnosis, what would your strategy be?
definitely go after the legs. When you take them down, you're able to if you're even able to take down a giant, you can try to get advantage because they're not used to being off their feet. They're not used to being on the ground. When you're able to get them on the ground, you might have an advantage there.
Krieg has been having no problem with Bronson, though. Just holding him and dropping him on his knees early here. And I think Bronson needs to get some power moves in here quick. But Krieg counters again with a punch to the stomach and just turns him around, and Krieg is German. Oh no, that was I don't even know what that was. A hit?
It looked like a half Nelson there. Tossed him. I was surprised that Stonewall didn't fall on his neck from that. It actually went all the way over, fell on his face. That just shows how powerful Krieg is.
Wait a minute. Krieg
Saw
Krieg
Duke
just
do
did
this.
Duke's finisher.
Slams him down. Can he put him away with it, though? No, Duke may have had a lot more power when he used it.
You gotta think, though, Duke's gotta be just livid backstage.
Yeah.
For another wrestler to try to finish a match with his move is disrespect. And Krieg just took Bronson's head off. He calls that move the Blitzkrieg, as I've been told in my notes. And I think it's something to rival Stan Hansen.
Surprised he didn't end it right there. I mean, that was just... Maybe if he would have went off the ropes and got a little bit more momentum before hitting it, maybe it would have been over. But just straightforward, caught him off guard. Ooh.
Now Bronson taking control of things again.
Tossing him across the ring.
Bronson now moving him back in the middle, wrenching the arm and flipping him. Now these men are not light men. Krieg alone is at least 260 pounds, and Bronson's over 300 pounds. And Bronson just kicking Krieg right in the skull.
Could be a difference maker here.
We've seen Krieg has no problem offensively taking on the Giant, but defensively we haven't seen much. Can he keep up at this pace, or will he suffer the same fate as Magnus King?
Just tosses Bronson. And this is surprising he's able to get Stonewall across the ring like this, man, with this strength, this power. It's amazing.
Stonewall just throwing him back. Again, these men are just going back and forth. And now Krieg is just trying to choke him out.
That's exactly what UCW is all about. Like you said, hard hitting right there. Trying to wear down Stonewall now.
Catching his own breath too, maybe. It's like
not exactly trying to tear the wall down just at this point, but just trying to chisel him up a little bit.
Stonewall with a jawbreaker, followed by a scoop slam.
But Stonewall was looking a little bit tired after he hit that scoop slam.
Just a punch to the back of the head. This is just... Wait, Krieg. Oh my... Sambo soup. 1, 2, 3. All that momentum was just too much. Krieg was able to put Bronson down with his own weight. That's... Great show by Krieg tonight.
At the end of the night, man, Stonewall just too tired to continue. And Krieg was the better man. I'm honestly a little surprised. I thought Stonewall would get the victory here tonight, but he didn't even have to go after the legs to take down Stonewall. That's impressive right there. He actually used his power to his advantage.
Let's not forget this use of Duke's finishing move.
You see Wayne hit him with that lariat.
And a big congratulations to the man known as Krieg. Absolutely dominant in his debut here in UCW.
Yeah, I thought that Stonewall had this one, but Krieg, look at this. Look at this again. Boom! Just slams him to the mat, and it's all over. 1, 2, 3. I didn't think Krieg would get the win, but he did it.
He did. But now we have a whole nother half of the show to go, and business is about to pick up. Coming tonight, don't forget, Hip, is Empire veteran NVW alumni Dan Morris. A lot of people are picking him as the favorite to win this tournament. What do you think?
I think he's definitely the most popular, but he's definitely got that pressure against him because he has everyone has high expectations for Dan Morris since he's one of the most popular stars here in UCW because of his NVW background. So it's going to be interesting to see if that pressure will get to him or if it inspires him here tonight.
Now for our tail of the tape. On the left here, we have a young man by the name of Derek Maverick. He's only 28 years old, 6'5", 210 pounds. A little light for that height, I'd say. Going against Daniel Patrick. The young upstart made his debut on the last episode of UCW. He stands in at 6'4", 230 pounds, and he's coming in with a 1-loss record. That one loss being, of course, to Little Tokyo. Given the statistics, who does this match favor?
From what I've heard about Derek Maverick is, at times he can get a little cocky. From what I've seen with Daniel Patrick, he's always serious, he's always focused. I would have to give it to Daniel Patrick, but Derek Maverick has a reason to be cocky. He's said to be very good from what I've heard. But Daniel Patrick, he's got to be hungrier too. He took that loss to Little Tokyo. That's his only loss. He doesn't want another loss and get on a little losing streak right at the beginning of UCW. Now the last show was just a pilot. This show, it means a lot more to everyone involved. Daniel Patrick is going to want to get a win here tonight.
I think another important aspect to realize too is the man Patrick lost to, Little Tokyo, is no slouch in the ring and is an experienced wrestler. He's wrestled all over the world, Mexico, Japan, Europe, you name it. UCW just marks his entrance into America.
From what I've heard, Little Tokyo is one of the biggest signings that UCW has made, and he has a very bright future. And we'll see if he'll be able to back it up here in UCW.
Coming down to the ring right now is the man himself, Daniel Patrick. Loves to showboat for the crowd in his entrance. Pretty happy-looking guy, I'd say.
He's definitely not letting that loss to Little Tokyo affect him in any way. He seems very confident. Let's see what he can do against Derek Maverick here tonight.
Daniel Patrick's signature move is a armbar. Besides that, he does this absolutely unbelievable suplex into a backbreaker combo that's just, quite frankly, I've never seen anything like it.
Hopefully he can pull it out here tonight on UCW. And that'll be a bad thing for Derek Maverick, though.
Derek Maverick right now making his entrance, and interesting attire. Something tells me he's not of the technical sort. Not much info on this young man at all, really. In many ways, just a blank slate here in UCW. Do you think his weight will affect his performance?
It's hard to say. I mean, those 20 pounds could definitely make a difference, though. But he does have that 1-inch height advantage. You know, I don't know. I think really it just comes down to who wants it more. Right now, who can pull out the best move, or whoever, not even the best move, but whoever wants it more. It can be a lot of things.
And here we go.
Oh!
Just Daniel Patrick starting, oh my goodness, with a brutal offense.
Daniel Patrick, this is what I was talking about, just being completely focused right now. You see how he came out of the corner? No sympathy for Derek at all. Hits him with that drop kick, kicks him in the back of the neck, just vicious.
But Derek reversing with his own little leg tap right there and following up with a fist to the back, but
whips him into the ropes though now. Oh, arm drag there.
Well-placed stomp by Daniel Patrick.
Oh, trying to go for the head now. Look at that elbow right across the face.
Perfectly legal.
And Derek, he doesn't even have time to turn around before Patrick is already doing his next move. That was a beautiful suplex there. I don't know what you call that.
Technically outclassed.
But he missed.
And notice the agility by Derek Maverick. That was pretty quick for someone to get up off the mat like that, especially after a suplex.
And before Patrick can get up to his legs, he gets him with that DDT and affects him. Oh, nice back spin kick there too. And look at this, he goes right behind him with a neck breaker too.
Very modest defense by Derek Maverick, but let's see if he can pull off something that can take and spoke too soon. Daniel Patrick, just like that, is back in control.
Turns things around in his favor.
Now,
God, just knocked him right off the apron. This could be a dangerous place, especially for Derek right now. What's Patrick? God!
Those mats do not provide a lot of cushioning out there.
Not at all. They're only out there just in case somebody might accidentally fall to the outside of the ring. They're not meant to protect anybody from actually taking purposed effect on those mats there. It's nothing but concrete under there, ladies and gentlemen. If the ring already hurts enough when they're taking slams inside there, it's just going to hurt 10 times more on the outside.
And a good strategy by Derek Maverick. Do a little, and there you said, the showboating.
Yeah.
Bit cocky, and I don't think he's in a good enough spot in this match to showboat like that.
Yeah, he's got to get more momentum on his side because so far it's been in Patrick's favor, in my opinion. And again, Patrick turns things around again. He keeps doing this every time Maverick starts. Oh, but now Maverick, he might have turned things around in his favor now. Oh, but again, Patrick. Oh!
And just a train wreck of a clothesline.
Just simply beautiful.
And now this is where Derek Maverick's gonna be in trouble. If you allow someone to hit suplexes like that more than 3 times, chances are they're gonna be hitting them all match.
Yep.
And I think that's where that weight advantage is coming in. 200 pounds is easy.
Oh my God!
The match might already be over.
I thought he was just gonna hit another suplex. That's it. That's gotta be it.
2.
No!
And Derek Maverick kicks out at the last second.
I thought that was it. That should have been it. But Maverick showing his heart. And right now, hopefully, he gets a little bit more serious because he's been a little cocky earlier. Oh, no, the arm bar.
Throws him right into the arm bar.
Oh, but look at this. He counters it. Punches him right in the face.
And that's just the style of Derek Maverick. Just no fancy, reversal. Just a punch to the nose.
Hooks the arms here. What is this? Another backbreaker.
Absolutely beautiful.
He's doing damage to that back. Could this be it? No. He gets him off of him. Maverick still having a little bit of heart to keep going in this match.
Heart will not lead him to victory, though.
Something like that could. And now he hits a moonsault.
Derek Maverick showing, I believe, what to be his expertise right now.
That was too close for Patrick right there. And then again, on the other side, he could just be regaining stamina here. Look at that, how he smacked him away there.
Swats him down.
1, 2, no.
This might just be an error of strategy on Maverick's part. Beautiful lifting reverse DDT by Daniel Patrick. But Maverick might have waited just too long to incorporate that, you know, that high impact offense he was pulling off.
Yeah, Patrick right now just playing around with him. Hits another one just to do it.
Targeting the head of Derek Maverick. And now Patrick is heading to the...
Oh! That was unique. Patrick showing off his agility here tonight on Maverick.
And right now, Daniel Patrick's just picking apart Derek Maverick. Sending him into the corner, and oh boy. Looks like Patrick's planning for something big here. But this could be the momentum shift that Derek Maverick needs.
Yeah. Being on the top rope, I think, is a place he's used to. If he can try to turn things around, but it doesn't look like he's going to turn things around. Oh my God!
Arrow! I think that's it. 1, 2, 3.
That's it. It's over. Another suplex, and he picks up the victory that time. Wow.
Dominant display by Daniel Patrick.
A Falcon Arrow from the middle. I think the top rope. I don't even remember. God, just amazing. Patrick was definitely focused here tonight. He did not want to take another loss this early here in UCW.
Again, just absolute... I don't even know what to say about Derek Maverick's performance. He got very little offense in.
Yeah. He looked pretty, at least he looked pretty flashy and everything, but he did get a little cocky. And he'll have to work on that in his next match. Hopefully he won't get too cocky. And he'll get more, hopefully more offense in his next match.
And here it is again. The Falcon Arrow from the top rope that ended the match. Absolute beauty. Just technically outclassed by Daniel Patrick in this match.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Daniel Patrick on moving forward in this tournament. But now, we need to move on to our next match.
He's going to have to keep it up like that. That was incredible.
Lackluster debut for Derek Maverick, though. I don't think we saw his full potential out there tonight.
Not yet. I mean, that was incredible, though. It was still an incredible match. Impressive moves here tonight. Yeah, one man, I thought he was just going to hit a standard suplex, then all of a sudden the backbreaker out of nowhere. Stuff like that, catching people off guard, that's going to help him in this tournament.
So, out of the competitors you have seen so far tonight, who is your favorite so far in this tournament, Hypnosis?
It's hard to say, really. We're just getting started here, man. Things just getting started and going either way for everybody.
Sold out crowd here tonight in Albany, New York.
And they've definitely been pumped all night. Definitely enjoying the show. I've been enjoying the show. It's been getting greater and greater throughout this whole show. Things are just getting better and better and better. I've been real impressed, man. It's definitely, it's going to be great to see what else UCW brings to the table.
Quite. I'm just, it's always interesting when a new competitor enters the scene. And UCW offers something to this empire that no other federation could ever offer. And that is the hard-hitting in-ring action. UCW is without a doubt the most athletic and the most physical federation in the history of this empire. But speaking of athletic, for our next match, we have a international sensation taking on an old guard of this wrestling business, if you will. As we get ready for our next Tale of the Tape, Ladies and gentlemen, on the left we have Little Tokyo. At 28 years old and 5'8", 205 pounds, he stands undefeated with a record of 1-0 in UCW. And his opponent, a 30-year age difference, Larry Chesky. 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, an absolute legend in this business. Larry Chesky will never be known for his in-ring accomplishments, but I tell you what he will be known for: the people he has trained. Just to name a few off the top of my head: Adam Arthurs, Robin Mercy. Even Garland took classes from Larry Chesky recently.
Oh, that would explain that nice old school style that I've been seeing Garland use in his wrestling career early on here.
The question is, though, at his age, can Chesky compete against someone like Tokyo?
It'll be interesting to see because Little Tokyo is the favorite, but then again, he's got the, if he's trained these guys, he's definitely got the advantage in just experience and seeing what's been going on. I mean, he could go up against, I believe that he can go up against one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and still be able to beat him just because he knows how to beat him. He might not be skillfully equal to him, but he might be able to slip him up and actually get victory over him.
For many people, Little Tokyo is the favorite walking into this world title tournament. And I believe a great deal of that has to do with his impressive performance on the pilot episode.
Yep.
But again, the age-old question: can the little man survive? Tokyo stands in at 5'8", and if he does make it past Larry Chesky, he's going to have to deal with some absolute monsters in this tournament.
We just saw what Creed can do here tonight. That's one of the comparisons he's going to have to deal with. I don't know what we could see with that if Little Tokyo is able to get past Little Chesky here tonight.
Now, another thing is, do you think Tokyo will take it easy on Larry?
You know, that could be another thing about Larry. Maybe he could use that to his advantage, get in the mind of his opponents, kind of act like he's just a brutal old man, and then when they go after him, when they feel sorry for him, they'll kind of let up, and that's when Larry can strike. That could happen here tonight, but if you're Little Tokyo, it doesn't matter who your opponent is, you cannot show sympathy. You have to go in there, and your mindset has to be to win, no matter what. You gotta think of Larry as the most lethal star you're going up against. He can't show any sympathy here tonight.
And here comes the man himself, Larry Chesky, 58 years old and making his way into UCW. I have to say, flat out, just balls by Larry Chesky here tonight. Competing at his age, let alone in a promotion like this, not just any human being can do that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all the hard hitting and athleticism like we were talking about. How can this come in effect for Larry? I mean, even if he's to get an injury that could be lethal to his career, that could be career-ending at his age. Then again, what if Larry has something up his sleeve? Maybe he could be the most lethal guy in UCW. We're about to find out as that bell rings right now.
Start with a very basic lockup here. Larry showing his classical style right now. Working the arm of Little Tokyo and not letting go.
Yep, he's got it locked in there real nice. Turns that wrist lock into a hammer lock and just throws him off now.
Takes him by the leg into a takedown, followed by a knee with the brace.
Hey, if he takes out that leg, Little Tokyo's not going to be able to fly here in this match. Look at that. Just no nonsense right there. Just scratches him across the back.
Well, right there is the one thing Larry Chesky has over everyone else in this company: experience. Yep. He's wrestled them all, and you can see that right now in his offense against Tokyo. He knows exactly how to go after a luchador. Now it's up to Tokyo to match his style, and
that was a beautiful kick there.
Little Tokyo's going to have to follow up with as much modern, high-impact wrestling as he can. It's the only way to match the experience factor.
Shots right across the back now is... Oh, maybe Larry was playing possum. I was about to say, now, is Larry taking a lot of damage here? Or is he just playing possum to try to trick Little Tokyo? Oh, Tokyo!
Nice reversal by Little Tokyo. With another kick to the head.
God, he just kicks him across the face. And Little Tokyo, he's definitely showing he's not showing any sympathy here.
But you have to realize, coming from Japan, that's a sign of respect.
Definitely.
This is Little Tokyo showing he respects what Larry Chesky's done for this business. But Larry Chesky doesn't care about any of that. He cares about winning that World Heavyweight Championship.
He could be the first world champion and the oldest world heavyweight champion. That would be incredibly impressive for everyone watching, who's been watching Larry for over the years.
And Larry just moments ago with a mean right strike right at Little Tokyo, meeting just his...
Ooh. See, this is smart. Things go to the outside, use what you got out there as a weapon. He runs him right into that metal railing and then just slams him across the face with a Polish hammer.
An absolute clash of styles here, but both of these men are giving each other their all. And now Larry...
Uh-oh. He's celebrating a little bit too early here. I think he was going for that count-out victory.
And these two men having a stare down, it seems.
I think Little Tokyo's surprised that Larry is actually holding his own in this match.
I think everyone's surprised Larry's holding his own. And Larry Chesky with a textbook back suplex.
Back in the day, that could be a finishing move right there, but it's not tonight.
It's all about the man using the move. And when you're in the ring with Larry Chesky, anything can end a match.
You can see how much stank he put on that punch right there. And Little Tokyo's still holding his face from it. He may have broke his nose or his jaw or something.
And right now, Larry Chesky is controlling this match.
Uh-oh, neck breaker on Little Tokyo now. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. Still kicks out, and he can't believe it's not over. Back in the day, a lot of the standard moves that a lot of people do today, they were finishing moves back in the day when he got started. That leg drop we saw earlier, that was one of the greatest finishers of all time back in his day. That neck breaker could have finished the match. A simple back breaker today was a finishing move back in the day.
Little Tokyo grabbing Larry and just
DDT!
Full DDT. And that's something Larry Chesky can just not prepare for.
Oh man, could this be it though? No, Larry's gonna keep going.
What a performance by Larry Chesky here tonight. I think he's proven, without a doubt, he can hang here in UCW rather.
Definitely, man. Oh, the Falcon Arrow though, we saw this in the last match. But then again, it was from the top rope, and Little Tokyo's not gonna go for the pinfall victory just yet. Like he's gonna put a little bit more damage here on Larry a little bit before he ends it. Oh my God!
Oh my God! Driving his head into the mat. And Tokyo talking trash?
Still not done yet.
I think this has become
make sure he's done with. What is he doing now? Just throwing him out of the ring.
Little Tokyo's doing what he does best.
Oh, no.
Flying.
Little Tokyo, oh my God! I thought he was gonna go over the top rope. He goes through the middle rope. That was incredible.
These men, this match is no longer about moving on to the next round. It's beyond that now. These men need to prove who is the superior wrestler.
Oh man, they're just in a fight right now. This thing turned from a wrestling match to a fight on the outside, and it looks like Larry won. Those punches didn't do much. So Little Tokyo, he's going to have to keep doing those agile moves and not try to throw punches with Larry, because it looks like Larry has no problem taking them.
Larry Chesky's a tough old man. He's wrestled through 3 eras of professional wrestling. A punch isn't going to end him.
Definitely. Oh, look at that. Nice arm drag counter there by Lil Tokyo to turn things around and get things back in his favor. Oh! Knees across the face!
And Tokyo just letting the crowd know who's boss. You think that was enough to end it?
No, he gets the shoulder up. It could have been, but I personally want to believe that Larry could try to get an upset win over the fan favorite tonight. Pick up a victory here tonight, man. But he's taking a lot of damage now later on. Now that this match has progressed, he's taking a lot of damage now. There's only so much you can say. Oh, and Lil Tokyo, he's ready to end this. He's ready to put him out of his misery.
Larry Chesky is taking a ton of damage to the head right now, and that's not good. Tokyo could finish this match with one good move.
Oh, drop kick. Another drop kick. Ducks the clothesline into a neck breaker.
And now the momentum has shifted. Do you think his age is the factor? You think he just winded himself out?
I don't know. Oh no, and look at this. This is a nice old school move here that Larry is familiar with, but he doesn't put him away. I thought that was going to be the end right there.
Well, like you said, Larry, very familiar. He knows how to get out of just about anything.
Yeah, he's able to. I think what's on his side right now is he's really showing his toughness. I mean, I thought he was going to be, like everybody, maybe he was just a brutal old man. He's going to use that to his advantage, and it looks like that's definitely what he's been doing because he's taking a lot of damage in this match.
And
that kick may have ended it.
Catching him right, and Larry Chesky's done.
Lil Tokyo hit him so hard, he almost knocked himself out just punishing Larry here tonight. That was incredible.
Larry Chesky may not have won that match, but tonight, I guarantee you, he has won over the UCW crowd.
He definitely won me over. That was incredible. Even though he lost the match tonight, I definitely want to see more of Larry in the future. But congratulations to Lil Tokyo. I'm sure he earned a little bit more respect from Larry here tonight.
Let alone from Larry, I'm sure he's earned respect from everyone. Larry Chesky is a staple in this business.
Yeah. Amazing.
Right there, you saw that big DDT. That, I think, was the change in the match.
I thought that was going to be the end of the match, but no. Larry kept going, and he hit a lot more powerful moves after that, and still Larry was able to still keep just stay in this match and keep going, man. Incredible.
Let's try to get a replay of that kick back on the screen really quick. And right here is just what ended it. Tokyo jumps up, catches him in the jaw.
You can see he just went out right there and it was all over for Larry.
And if
Tokyo,
you look,
he put everything he had into that move. If he wouldn't have got that pin right there, I think Larry probably would have tired him out and tried to do something. I don't know. But Lil Tokyo, he's the better man here tonight.
So far, I'd say that was match of the night, hands down. Those two absolutely brought each other to their limits. And now I can only hope to see what the other stars do to not only prove their worth, but to prove that they can outdo that performance. You've worked with older individuals before, Hypnosis. What did you think of Larry as a 58-year-old man stepping in there against a young man in his prime?
He's definitely proven that you're not too old to be in this business, because there's been a lot of people talking about how a lot of guys in just their late 30s should be retiring. I think that's a problem, and Larry Chesky could definitely be proof that you're not too old to get in that ring and kick someone's ass or even take a lot of damage yourself. Larry Chesky has earned a lot of people's respect, not only for himself, but a lot of the older wrestlers still in this business.
Oh, without a doubt. But this brings up an interesting question. How will Larry Chesky do against the more technical guys up there now? Like Daniel Patrick, like George Braddock. You know, guys that aren't necessarily the new modern type of wrestling, but can go the distance in his traditional style.
It would definitely be real interesting. It'll definitely be real interesting to see, because I think what caught Larry off guard here tonight with Lil Tokyo was those agile moves that he was doing, those high flying moves, because he really did take Larry off his game once he started going back to the moves that he was mostly familiar with. With that arm drag, with that that tornado DDT he did, it caught Larry off guard. So with the technical wrestlers, I think Larry might actually have a little bit more of an advantage there, since he has a lot more experience in that realm.
Another factor you have to look at in that previous match was Little Tokyo had targeted the head of Larry Chesky throughout the fight. He knew from the second he walked in that ring he was going to end the match with that kick.
Yeah,
and I firmly believe that.
Trying to get him dizzy, make sure his neck was too much pain to even duck that kick. It was very smart psychology there from Little Tokyo, wrestling with his mind here tonight.
It also shows us another side of Little Tokyo. Yes, he can do aerial moves, but his kicks are lethal. And I think that is what's going to make him a top star here in UCW.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to have to watch out for those kicks, especially that one from the middle rope. That one is what ended this match here tonight. Got him with his best kick. Even from the beginning of the match, Little Tokyo was hitting some strong strikes with those kicks, man. And any one of those kicks could have ended Larry Chesky. But he got him in the end. He made sure he wore him down a little bit. Got him a little dizzy. Made sure his neck was hurting a little bit. And that kick ended the match and put Larry out.
Four-star performance from both men, I'd say.
Definitely.
But enough about Larry Chesky. Congratulations to Little Tokyo on progressing. But we have more wrestling for you here tonight on UCW. Because coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, the man everyone's been talking about, Dan Morris, will be in the ring tonight. Do you think he's moving on to the next round, Hypnosis?
I definitely think maybe he could be. I mean, he's definitely been getting his name out there in the wrestling business, not only here in UCW, not only in MVW. We've seen him a few times in OWF, where he's had a little feud with Chris Penta for not recently, but this thing has gone on for maybe a year, going on 2 years now. These two have had a little rivalry, but they've never been the same company at the same time, and that's what kept them both away from each other. So it's going to be interesting to see what Dan Morris can do tonight now that he has a lot of buzz going around.
But his opponent is no slouch. Cesar Cruz, the accomplished Mexican wrestler, has come here to get his own taste of gold. And he lost on the first episode of UCW.
I remember I really thought that he would be the one that's picking up the victory. And then at the last second, he actually ended up losing the match tonight. Just like what we said earlier with Daniel Patrick, hopefully he'll be able to try to get a victory here tonight and not go on a short losing streak. He's definitely going to be hungrier than Dan Morris here tonight.
Without a doubt. And I think that's going to be the difference maker. Cesar Cruz needs this win. Because right now, he's one of the very few with a losing record in UCW. And I know for sure he doesn't want to be the first man to have 2 matches lost under his belt.
Then again, hopefully if he does end up losing, hopefully that'll just make him hungrier. But he just... that third time, they say third time's the charge. If he gets a third loss, that's going to be very concerning for the future of Cesar Cruz here in UCW. I'm just saying.
Cesar Cruz coming out right now, and the crowd, very little love for our resident Mexican wrestler.
I think they're definitely on the side of Dan Morris here tonight.
Without a doubt. Do you think, though, that their styles will... do you think they'll clash, or do you think one man's style favors the other right now?
I can't really say. It's hard to tell.
And here comes the man himself, the one everyone picks to win this tournament, the ghost of NVW in many ways, Dan Morris. Now, Dan Morris is no stranger to high-risk matches, though. He's wrestled the likes of Mikey Truth.
Most definitely.
But it's an interesting dynamic, because 3 years ago, me and Dan were the new ones breaking out on the scene, wanting to prove that we were better than everyone. Now he's the veteran.
Everybody always says, you know, you definitely reached a milestone in your career if Mikey Truth has been one of your opponents throughout your career.
And Dan Morris, as you can see, as always, all business. And I just have to say, he's been looking the best he's ever looked since stepping into UCW.
I think he's a little, he might be a little, might feel a little down that he didn't get the opportunity to be one of the greatest in NVW. And now he's definitely looking to be the best early on here in UCW, now that he's gotten his name out there.
Something very telling about Dan Morris, though, is if you notice, he wears the same gear he wore in NVW. Like I said, I talk to Dan pretty regularly. As you know, we are good friends. We used to tag together back in NVW.
Definitely.
He's told me that to him, this is his redemption in a way for NVW. He's here to avenge it in a way. And I think that's admirable.
Nice backbreaker on Dan Morris. So far it looks like Cesar taking things a little slow here in the beginning. Had a little bit of the advantage so far, and then Dan Morris, I think he saw that too, just gets real physical here.
Well, the dangerous part of Dan Morris is he's known not only for being able to throw a punch, he is also a technical mastermind. Cesar Cruz, though, also leans more on the technical side of things, but he has some of that lucha flair.
Backdrop on the outside on those thin mats. Cruz, he missed with that heel kick, though. I don't know if Dan Morris moved out of the way or if the way he flipped, he got confused.
These two men just stumbling over each other to get back in the ring.
Oh, and Cruz stumbles right into a back suplex by Dan Morris here.
No one throws a suplex in this business like Dan Morris, and that is a fact of life.
Oh!
This man, just disrespect by Cesar Cruz.
Cruz just straight up bitch slapped Dan Morris across the face here.
And now an armbar of his own being put to work.
Try to wear him down with the armbar. He's not able to do much, though. He did a little damage, though. Decides to let go of it, and that may have been a bad idea. He's got his foot around the ropes, though. Dan Morris saw it, I think, before the referee did, and I respect he actually lets him go. That or he just wanted to get an early advantage before his opponent did. Oh!
Bit more flashy offense from Cesar Cruz this time around. Think that's a safe choice against Morris?
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Right now, Dan Morris positioning Cesar in the ring, working down on his knee, it seems.
Yeah, I notice he's focused on the legs here. He might be trying to sneak something in. The back and the legs he seems to be focused on right now in this match.
Oh, looks like Morris. Oh, and Cruz reverses it.
Oh, beautiful cross body by Cruz.
And that is all it takes right there for the match to go right into another man's favor.
Step going straight for the cover. He wants to wear him down a little bit more. He's already gotten weakened. Oh, Cruz with another slap like we saw earlier across the face.
No respect between these men right now. The exact opposite of the last match, I'd say.
Yeah. These two want to hurt each other here tonight.
Proving who is the alpha.
And Dan Morris, he answers back with a chop across the chest. Thunderous.
I could hear it from over here. And right now, it just looks like Dan Morris is just punishing Cesar Cruz.
Another chop on the ground. Chopped him so hard, Cruz almost had a... Uh-oh, wait a minute. I was going to say something there, but they were like they were trying to confuse each other, going in and out of the ring for a second here. And look at that. Cruz knocks him back out of the ring, takes things out there anyways.
I believe Cesar Cruz was looking to reset the count, and I think Morris was trying to... Oh, and a beautiful fireman carryover by Morris.
That fireman's carry has finished a lot of moves for one man in particular all over his career.
Dan Morris is throwing his head on the railing.
The crowd definitely going for Dan Morris in this, man. Oh, his knees!
That's smart, though. Takes out a lot of Cruz's offense right there by targeting the legs.
This is dangerous for Cruz. He might get counted out. His legs might be hurting him so much he can't even stand at this point. Trying his best.
He's definitely having some issues right now. You can see a slight little twitch to the right leg.
Trying not to show those legs have been damaged here. Picks him up, slams him down.
Rather popular move here in UCW. Oh my, it has him up, and he calls that the Tijuana touchdown.
But it doesn't look like he got a touchdown there.
Not at all. I don't think he's done nearly enough damage to Dan Morris.
Oh! He tried to turn around and do something, but Dan Morris caught him in that guillotine.
And this might be it. That is locked in.
Uh-oh, but look at the power of Cruz here as he tosses him up. And Dan Morris can't even believe it. But a drop kick to the knees.
Dan Morris showing that technical mastery and a knee to the face.
God. Cruz got kicked in his legs and he got hung up on those ropes. That could have taken the breath out of him right now. And now Dan Morris has those arms. And Cruz somehow able to get out and kick him to the back of the head. And another slap again like we've seen throughout this match.
I honestly, I think those slaps are hurting him more than helping him because Dan Morris just deadlifting him. I think Dan Morris is angry.
I think if anything, those slaps just piss Dan Morris off. Because every time he slapped him, like Dan Morris gets angry and angry.
He reversed the TKO! That is a big momentum shift, and now he has it locked in.
Could this be it? Can Morris get to those ropes, though? Cruz saw that he was going to try to get to those ropes. He decided to let go here so he could take advantage.
Honestly, I think that is a big mistake. He just gave Morris the window needed to recover. Oh, no. And look, Morris is ready to end this match.
Morris now has Cruz into the corner. He's looking a little winded here.
He is. I think though. Man. I think. Oh my goodness! So much for winded.
Comes back with a thunderous clothesline, just like that.
Oh, and he sent him up. Release. German suplex with the bridge. 1, 2, 3.
Picks up the victory.
Dan Morris moves on.
Thought that Dan Morris was going for that release German suplex, but he holds on. He actually picks up the victory here tonight against Cruz.
He's defeated tons of people with the German suplex, but I've also noticed ever since he's shown up here, he stops releasing them when he hits it.
Yeah, that's smart strategy there. Catches him off guard. Look at that agility from right there, man. Dan Morris, he put everything. He was looking a little bit tired, and maybe all he was doing was just resting because he knew he was about to just put it all on the line right now and do everything he can to end the match. And he does it. Cruz takes another loss here. The first man to take 2-0 here in UCW. He's yet to win a match, but Dan Morris, congratulations. He picks up the victory. He's that step closer to becoming the UCW World Champion.
Dan Morris is now 2-0. And as of right now, every victor from the pilot of UCW has moved on in this tournament. I think Cesar Cruz's problem was I think he panicked. I think when Morris got out of his variation of the Boston Crab, he panicked. And that cost him the match. Because all from that turnbuckle run-up that Morris did, the match just avalanched back into his corner.
And like I said earlier, man, this show, it's just been getting better and better and better. A lot of these guys, man, just I'm guessing what they're seeing right now. They're seeing what everybody else is doing in this match, and it just inspires them. It motivates them to go out there and do better than the last opponent. And if that happens here tonight, just one night, what's going to happen for the future UCW and the next shows to come, man? I'm looking forward not only to what happens tonight in the rest of the show, but what happens in the future of UCW, man. It's been incredible.
But for our main event tonight, we have two men making their debut. Two men that have been feuding all across the world. Warring in just Japan, Mexico, Australia, here in the States. It doesn't matter. Wherever they go, these two men go to war. And tonight, they will be making their UCW debuts. One, a cruiserweight by the name of Henry Steele, hailing from the UK. Known for his stint in United Kingdom Wrestling, he is a former United Kingdom Wrestling light heavyweight champion. But tonight, he's taking on a man that has conquered the United States independent scene. A man that is known for not only hurting his opponents, but for being able to take a beating unlike anyone else on this planet. That man's name is Hannibal Grundy. Just from the name alone, you can hear he is a mean man. And right now we have our tail of the tape. On the left, Hannibal Grundy, weighing in at 241 pounds and standing in at 6 feet 2 inches. His opponent, Henry Steele, standing in at 6 feet tall and 220 pounds. Steele is 3 years older than Grundy, but Grundy does have the size advantage.
Hopefully, in this match, hopefully Henry Steele's looks are not a disadvantage here. I mean, if he's not too successful in UCW, it looks like he'll have a great success in the modeling industry.
Can't say the same for Hannibal Grundy, though. Just a rough cut-looking gentleman, I'd say.
Indeed.
Something to look at is the age difference. These men have been warring all over the world, yet they are not the same age. And that's usually something you see in two stars that have a bitter rivalry like this.
But then again, Hannibal, he has the size advantage, not the size advantage, but, well, yes, the size advantage. He has the weight advantage and the height advantage over his opponent.
But now the time for talk is over, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into our main event here tonight. As we prepare for our first competitor to make his way to the ring.
They got a lot to prove here. They're in the main event, and these guys are, they got a new slate here in UCW, unlike everyone else. I mean, they're familiar with each other. However, they're new to UCW. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see what goes on with these two.
And Henry Steele making his way down to the ring, just oozing charisma. Obviously a fairly well-known competitor.
The guy definitely has the presence of a world champion, so it'll definitely be no surprise if he can capture the UCW World Championship and become the first champion here in UCW.
Another thing to look at is his finishing maneuver, the Omega Driver. An absolutely brutal move that not many can get up from, I'd say. But now, it's time for his opponent to make his way to the ring, and I'll be the first to say it, Hannibal Grundy does not look like a happy camper.
Not at all.
Rather imposing, I'd say. I don't know. I think Henry Steele might have his work cut out for him tonight. Hannibal Grundy making use of a more what's the word? Standard move set. His moves are known to just be a little more power based. He's been known to finish matches with a wrist lock lariat. So we'll see how that comes into play tonight. But expect nothing less than an absolute battle out of these two gentlemen. And here we go, right into the match, and they meet up. Grundy just forcing Steele into the corner. And it looks like we're going to have to get him separated. Oh my! Brutal
Grundy
shot
with a
by
fist to the face, man.
And now Henry Steele turning things into a wrist lock right here. Both of these men right now just and tripping the leg. Hannibal Grundy taking the advantage again.
Nice move there here early on in this match.
And now Grundy responds with a spine buster.
May have hit the back of his neck on those ropes too.
Henry Steele, though, recovers rather quickly. The match right now, I don't think it's favoring either man at this point. Too early to tell.
I think Grundy might be getting a little bit more of the advantage here as he pushes him into the corner again and goes back to that punch again.
Looks like the referee warning him this time.
Grundy has a slight advantage here, but it's not enough to change the whole perspective of this match yet. So still has a chance. But a DDT like that shuts me up. Grundy right now trying to keep things in trying to keep the ball in his court throughout the whole match.
Beating down on Henry Steele. Like I said, that history coming into play here tonight.
God! Grundy.
Like I said, very hard-hitting offense.
Just nasty. And now look at this. Henry Steele trying to come back with the hard hits too. Oh, nice Northern Lights suplex though.
Henry Steele's another one of the... He's more of an all-rounder in a way. He can wrestle any style, and that makes him a very dangerous opponent. He's adaptable. But can he adapt to Hannibal Grundy's just his mean streak?
Uh-oh. Like he's going to try to go high risk here.
Seems so. Might be too early in the match.
A moonsault! Wow!
Picture perfect, actually. Oh, but Hannibal Grundy perhaps playing possum?
Ooh, but still able to come back from behind him.
Now let's see what Henry Steele's trying to cook up right now.
Nice. Snap suplex. Just real simple, real quick. Takes him down to the mat.
Henry Steele just measuring Hannibal Grundy right now. Oh, looks like his punch didn't even connect.
Might be playing around with Grundy, trying to tease him a little bit. That might not be the time to do that right now, though.
Rather unorthodox moves being used by Hannibal Grundy here tonight.
Ooh, just tosses him off, though.
That might be what it takes to end this match, though. We've seen before, when you pull a move your opponent's not expecting, it makes all the difference. And right now, Hannibal Grundy looks like he's trying to pull off something big.
But still, oh my God! That was beautiful!
How is he able to flip like that? Again, the toughness of Hannibal Grundy being shown right there.
Oh, He missed with the drop kick. Grundy, like he had eyes in the back of his head, but look at that steal. He counters his counter and keeps things in his grasp.
And just an excellent combo right now by Henry Steele.
German suplexes we saw earlier had Dan Morris was able to pull him away with just one, but Steele right now pulls out all three here on Grundy.
Is it enough though?
Hook in the leg now. 1, 2. No. Got the shoulder up just in time. And Grundy kicks out. And now Steele going to try. Oh, he's trying to go for that figure neck lock on Grundy. Grundy. Oh, my God. Oh, God. That was just vicious.
Planning him into the hardest part of the ring, too.
That might be it right here. Oh, but he tosses him off. Still going to keep continuing this match.
Grundy just palmed the forehead of Steele.
That was just amazing.
Brutal knee right there.
Whips him into the ropes. Oh, it just dominates him right now.
Hannibal Grundy is a force of nature.
Oh, no. And DDT again like we saw earlier. Oh, and these kicks.
And like I said before, these two men, when they go in that ring, they go to war.
Oh, this is what you were talking about with that lariat!
He calls that the Doomsday Device.
Is that the end? No, it's not!
Henry Steele kicks out at the last second. And I think Hannibal Grundy is angry.
He just kicked out of what's said to be his finishing move, and he wasn't able to finish him here. Henry Steele has too much heart, man. He does not want to go out right there. Oh! A nasty knee to the face and another lariat.
The hard-hitting... Oh, looks like he tweaked his knee there a bit.
Now Henry Steele... Oh my God!
The Omega Driver!
God, that's it. Grundy is done for in this match. No! What? What?
Hannibal Grundy just kicked out of the Omega Driver.
You gotta
be kidding me. And Henry Steele is...
These two might be used to it from all their battles in the past. That could be the difference here.
You're very right. These two men know each other so well, and you can tell by this match.
My God. Slams him down. One of the favorite moves of tonight on UCW.
It's effective. That much momentum dropping all down on the head like that. It looks like Henry Steele here.
Oh!
Oh, he overshot it seems, and Grundy not wasting any time.
His part. Like he was trying to grab him in some kind of cutter, but Grundy was moving when he went up to the top rope, and it affected him there. Henry Steele wasn't able to grab him.
Henry Steele with a headlock takedown.
Now trying to take down the arm right now. Trying to slow things down.
Takes out that arm. He takes out a big portion of Grundy's offense.
Yeah.
Grundy now.
Oh! Elbow there by Steele, though. Oh! Belly-to-belly suplex.
George Steele taking control of this match once again, and looks like he's going high risk again.
High risk once again.
And another moonsault.
Is it going to be enough to end the match, though? One.
Oh. No. Hannibal Grundy will not lay down for this man.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's trying to punch him there, but Henry Steele gets a grab on him before he can.
Now Henry Steele starting to show some, I think the tank is starting to run a little low for Steele.
Man, could be it. What is he doing? Oh my God! A German suplex from the middle row.
Oh my goodness! Flipping him inside out.
Henry Steele has got to take advantage right now. He seems to be resting up a little bit. 1, 2. No! He took too much time there. I think that could have been the end of the match, but he just took too much time.
Far too much time to recover.
And now Grundy back up to his feet. Still turns him around.
Wait.
For the second time!
Driver, but in the corner this time. That is a very bad spot of the ring to get hit like that.
Dragging him away from the ropes. 1, 2. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Hannibal Grundy has kicked out of 2 Omega drivers.
God, maybe from all the Omega drivers he's taken over his career, might be a little bit used to it now. But that could also be bad for Grundy if he tries to hit that lariat and steal. I'm sure he's been training not to be able to take it. Just be able to take it.
I think the only thing keeping Hannibal Grundy alive right now is pure hatred.
Look at this from the top rope. High impact. High reward. Uh-oh, he's going to go for another high-risk move, it looks like. Going to the corner.
Henry Steele just waiting.
He saw that he was getting up. I think that was actually smart. He saw that he was getting up, and he thought against it. He thought that he shouldn't go up to the top rope. Grundy might have been able to reverse it that time if he would have hit it.
And again with the lifting reverse DDT. I think Grundy's taking too much damage to continue on in this match.
Going back to the arm now. Trying to weaken that arm now. Just wrenching back now on Grundy. If he weakens that arm, he's definitely going to weaken that lariat. He'll be able to take the impact. Could be more strategy here from Henry Steele.
What does Hannibal Grundy have to do to get this match back in his control?
I don't know. Even if he hits that Doomsday, it'll be enough to maybe get things back on his side. Or, oh, wait a minute. Looks like this could be some too. He wears him down with that chin lock. It may not even wear him down. I mean, with the fatigue they've been showing here, this could be the end of the match, but it looks like Henry Steele, he's able to counter it, though, and get out of this before anything more dangerous happens.
Henry Steele now just...
Oh, my God! Look at this! Another belly-to-belly suplex, this time from the outside of the ring!
And that is a 240-pound man.
Oh, that was almost the end of the match, but Grundy's not going to go out like that.
Hannibal Grundy, without a doubt, has shown he may be the toughest man in UCW.
Oh my God, German suplex.
Turnbuckle.
He hit the back of his head on those turnbuckles. And now Henry Steele, another German suplex for a third time. And Grundy, man, he's just balling up like a ball right now.
He's dead. Hannibal Grundy is dead.
Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! This is just so much heart from these guys. They don't want us to call it quits.
Henry Steele he doesn't know.
He's trying everything in his power to finish. Oh no, for the third time in this match! And there's only so much he's going to take. There's only so much Grundy can take.
1, 2, 3.
My God!
Absolutely phenomenal battle by these men tonight.
Grundy may have lost the match tonight, but he's no loser here tonight. Look at that amazing neck breaker once again. I mean, Grundy, it's career threatening, a lot of people say, to take that move once. Here tonight, Grundy took it 3 times. It took 3 times for Henry Steele to put him away with that Omega driver. And after the 3rd time, Grundy just couldn't take it anymore. And it was finally the one that put him out. Incredible.
Without a doubt. Hannibal Grundy just so badly wanted to stay alive in this match.
God.
And that right there was the death penalty, I think. He might have kicked out, but I think that kick out was the last of his energy.
That was just all he had left, because it could have been the end right there, just instinct. And then here's the end with that Omega driver for the 3rd time.
And you can tell he's just gone.
Amazing match between these two, man. An amazing main event. An amazing main event. And the good thing here tonight, is all these men that wrestled here tonight will be able to finally rest, go home, get ready for the next phase here in this tournament to become the world champion here in UCW.
Without a doubt. We just witnessed two men completely forget about the world title. That match right there was all about Henry Steele, Hannibal Grundy, who's going to come out on top.
Yeah. And this was definitely on top of that. Meant a lot more personally for these two because they had so much on the line here tonight. Before, it was just personal between these two. Tonight, it was something more than just their personal rivalry against each other. And tonight on UCW, man, the better man was Henry Steele, but you can't take anything away from Grundy at all.
Nothing at all.
I don't think this is the last we've seen of these two, because Grundy, he took that move 3 times. Henry Steele wasn't able to put him away. I don't think this is the last time we've heard these two going up against each other.
You best believe every man in that locker room just saw Hannibal Grundy take 3 Omega drivers. And now they need to get ready for when he comes against them. Henry Steele's fought him for years. You put Grundy against someone that doesn't know what to expect, and I fear for that person. I really do. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us here tonight on UCW Ascension. It's been a phenomenal night of phenomenal matches, and this is John York and Hypnosis signing off.